public nuisance streamers that go around harassing strangers, causing a commotion, and just making everyone's lives around them more miserable suck. Like, that's not a hot take. Everyone knows.
True, but what is the difference between, like, let's say a Dion and like just somebody that do an IRL? Is it the same? Is it different? Y'all let me know.
Knows that. They're just this miasma of cringe that cause everyone a massive headache. But as I and many others have pointed out for years now, they do inspire an entire generation of young viewers to be losers like them, because they do find an audience, they do find success, they make money from it, so it becomes a career path and something that young kids want to do to try and emulate that behavior and be like them. It's fucking tragic, and now we're starting to see the results of all of this.
I can tell he about to violate. I know somebody in school that look like him. Wow. Come on, bro. No home training. No home training. Also, he grew up in a very privileged area. Like, he didn't grow up in an area where this could get bad for you, boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, feel me? Like, moms was teaching me stuff like that.
What the fuck? Put your hand in my food again.
Yeah.
And I'm throwing all of your phones.
Dang.
Don't put your hand in my food again. Do not do that. You don't do that.
This young whippersnapper can't be older than 11 years old, and he's already becoming a scourge. He's trying to do what all of the other public nuisance streamers do by just being a societal...
Okay, sorry for that comment at the beginning. Jadian not doing that. You know what I'm saying? This is just like, yo, what the fuck is you doing? You know what I'm saying? Jadian is like a prank. This is just bullshit. Yeah, that's on me. That's on me, community. That's on me. My fault.
Hemorrhoid. He still has his baby teeth. He hasn't even gotten his adult teeth yet, and he's already doing this shit. He just graduated from suckling milk out of his mother's bosom, and now he's trying to suckle milk out of Jack Doherty's titties here. He's just trying to get that clout through being a piece of shit. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, Charles, are you really going to be insulting an 11-year-old here? And the answer is a resounding absolutely. This needs to be squashed. You gotta put the kibosh on this immediately to learn that this is not acceptable at all. So absolutely, I will be insulting this kid and the entire goof troop that travels with him for these streams. Yeah. Now, he has thankfully been banned for this, which is one of the very few times I've ever seen Kick ban someone.
Wow.
I imagine it's not a permaban, but it 100% should be. I guess we'll have to wait and see if it is. Yeah, though, this shit absolutely...
And his chat wasn't even moving like that. It was like he was just streaming a kick bot I saw on there. It's like, it was just him.
Super sucks. So I'm doing a public service here by insulting them. Hopefully it discourages more people like this, and hopefully this kid grows and learns that it's awful. It's not even good content. People are watching you because you are a clown, and they're sitting on the edge of their seat waiting for you to get your ass beat. That is your entire audience. You are a fucking spittoon that they are spitting in. Why would you want that to be your whole brand? His whole stream is basically either arguing or fighting people, and this is him just taking food from a stranger's table. That lady then goes up to confront him, and I'll show you that clip in a moment. But in the same stream, he also gets in an actual fist fight with some other kids. His whole stream is just creating problems and instigating, hoping that someone will fight back, and he just yells and screams about it, or in this case, throws some wet noodle punches at them. So him and his goof troop fight this other group, and they know that they're not going to get their ass beat because they're too young. So the group that's taking these punches doesn't actually fire back. They push him away at one point, but they don't actually swing on him because they know they would be the ones that get in trouble because this is a toddler. Yeah. So they're using their age as a shield because they know there's going to be no real repercussions.
Don't put your hand in my food again. Do not.
Watch the fuck out. Yo.
You don't do that to people.
Who do you think you are? Who do you think you
Stop filming me.
You're a nobody. You're
it's a live stream. You can't stop me. Who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are you?
Give me the phone. Now you're not.
This is blowing me. Oh no, his chat moving. Oh, I disrespecting.
That's my phone. I'm gonna actually do something.
Are you gonna beat me up?
Back the fuck up. I will.
How old are you? 5?
Kids making threats to this woman.
What
and he also has
Yo, my Dukes is not in Lil Bruh's life.
As his friend, behind her just in case. It seems like he was contemplating sucker punching her.
Gang is threatening a woman.
We're about to fire and tell him to do there. This is his whole stream with him and his friends just wandering around, making problems.
How did he get on though? Like, how did he run up this community? Like, they really watching, bro.
With complete strangers for no reason. And I'm also using the term friends very loosey-goosey here because I have a hunch that they're not actually his friends. They probably can't stand to be around this annoying shit stain. They're just here because he has some viewers and they're trying to elevate themselves. That's typically how these stories go. I think it's also worth mentioning that he has clearly been heavily inspired by Jack Doherty. Jack Doherty is another public nuisance streamer who does this exact same style of content where he just travels around, makes problems, causes a ruckus.
I have never seen a Jack Doherty stream, so I didn't know he was getting like he was violating like.
And
that.
he has a bodyguard with him, so that when anyone tries to confront Jack, the bodyguard steps
like,
in
hey,
and
what's
either
up?
attacks that person or scares them away and sizes them up, gets them out of there to protect Jack Doherty from the consequences of his actions, while Jack
catch
peeks
him
around the
motherfucking
bodyguard, still
7'6".
lobbing insults at him like a real tough guy. Also, Jack Doherty is probably about
7'6"
the same size as this 11-year-old. So, the reason I say that he's clearly inspired by him is because this kid also travels around with a bodyguard. That's who that dweeb with the TikTok broccoli hair was that's positioned behind the woman here. That's supposed to be this kid's muscle. Or backup, perhaps. Maybe
Really?
sidekick.
Okay,
I believe
okay.
it's supposed to be his bodyguard, though,
Word.
like Jack Doherty has. But the clear difference between Jack Doherty's bodyguard and this kid's is Jack's is a full-grown adult man who is like a professional bodyguard. This kid's is another child who's still afraid of the dentist and probably still wearing Pampers and the head of the anime club. But he is still trying very hard to be like Jack Doherty. And the question needs to be asked, where are their parents? Where
Where is my Dukes at? That's what I'm saying. He either is very privileged where he's allowed to do anything he wants, or he's very less fortunate where my Dukes and Pops is not barely in his life. They probably fucking off, and he from the streets and he just get it out the mud. It's one of the two though.
fucking world are these kids parental figures?
Do you think I go flying stuff? Do you? Do you?
Alright, hold up.
Do you?
Don't do that
Yeah,
again.
hold up. Hold up. Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Damn.
I couldn't imagine anything more painful as a parent than seeing
Yo,
your son.
if this was my little brother, I'd do that nigga so dirt, bro. My little brother, I'd beat the brakes off my little brother if I ever found out he did anything like this,
like
bro.
this, or any of the kids in this group here. It'd be less shameful if they were just addicted to heroin. Now, I know a lot of people default to blaming the parents here because that's a really easy thing to point the finger at, especially with so many parents just sitting their kids in front of an iPad and letting them doom scroll the internet and letting the internet raise their kids.
Alright.
But in a case like this, I don't necessarily know if that's 100% how this happened. I think even if you're someone who's very active in their kids' lives, they can just stumble across something like a kick streamer like Jack Doherty and see him flexing his wealth and be, blown away by that, getting stars in their eyes and be like, I want to be like that.
Okay.
No matter what the parent does, they can't really snap them out of it. That's just something the kid's going to have to learn through failure and learning that they're going to end up alone and a loser by trying to be like Jack Doherty. But I think
Beat it out of him. If you got a bigger brother,
there is a clear
Dad.
problem here that the parents aren't here.
Lock his ass
They're
out.
just letting their 11-year-olds wander around IRL streaming. Under no circumstances should a child of this age be fucking IRL streaming on Kick. Kick is a platform that actually has child predators on it. There was a whole expose video about a big streamer who was legitimately a fucking predator. And their kids are now streaming IRL on that platform right now.
Yeah, twice.
And even on any platform, I don't think any kids should be doing any kind of streams like this. So I really am curious why the parents aren't more present in their life to allow them to stream for hours like this. That's just downright irresponsible, 100%. But I don't necessarily blame them for the kid trying to be a Jack Doherty clone, a bootleg Jack Doherty. That's something that even if the parents were monitoring their internet usage, he may have just stumbled across through TikTok or Twitter or something and then just
Sure.
got hooked on it. And that's a hard thing
But
to...
then he just popped out, and then he just, I guess, but still, regardless, like my mom at 11, it's like she's seeing all of that, bro. Like, and I used to get mad and be like, damn, I had a strict mom. My mom was strict because my mom was strict as fuck. But it allowed me to grow up on certain principles and values that I just would not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not moving like that, just out of respect for people. You feel what I'm saying?
to stop as a parent. I do understand that part, but they definitely need to know that this is not acceptable behavior or normal behavior for kids to be doing. Fucking streaming, being an asshole. Come on. The parents definitely got to step up here and do something, I would say. Unfortunately, I don't think this is going to be the last time we see a kid start to do streams like this. I really do think that streamers like Jack Doherty, who I keep name dropping, but it's just so clear his influence on this kid's life, really do create further degenerates. They just continue this cycle of degeneracy by making more people like this. And it sucks. That shit is terrible. So hopefully I'm wrong and we won't see more cases like this. But man, it's still awful. Even with just one case, that one kid was inspired enough to start trying to do the same thing. It's sad to see. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. That's about it. So yeah.
Bruh, yeah, nah, like, I've got to say, it's definitely some parents, it's the parents' fault, but because them not knowing what's going on in their child's life. My mom knew everything. At that age, everything. She's clocking that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this right here is unacceptable. We got to get a hold of that before buddy get knocked off. He fuck around in the wrong area.